me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the New York Giants. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. Mike 51. I'm trying to collect. Check safety. Ready.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Hey, Charlie. Give them a West. Out. Sit.
On second down, here's Barkley. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Hey, let's go. Hey, lock it. Check three. Switch. Get it.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Down. 30 base. Rip left. Topper. Back. Check. Hey, Steve 6. Steve Trevor.
Throwing on 1st down, Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. It's complete. It's Sproles. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. This will be caught just inside the 10. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They run with Howard, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jordan Howard. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. A big play that time on the catch and run. 37 yards. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Out to the right here to Shepard. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing, Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrick Rosas. This just a 24-yard attempt. And Rosas puts this one through. Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season. 97% that is. And was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
31's the mic. Here we go.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Wentz. That's caught left side, Arcega-Whiteside. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. Elliott good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that is helping in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
I
don't know about that. Super tough.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they're facing a very tough 3rd and 11. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Here we go. 120. Strong right.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Sunday.
31's the mic. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
Here.
31's the mic.
Hey, Ford, don't kill.
31's the mic.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A good passing down here. They send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on second down.
3 down. 31's the mic.
Throwing now is Wentz. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott on for the extra point.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route-running ability.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Here we go. Lady. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
59 Mike. Check. 59.
Hey, box truck.
I'm about to take you to school. Mike, check. 59.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Kill.
Mike 5'9". Watch the screen.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And he slides to avoid the hit. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Eagles 28, Giants 3.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 21-yard line.
51's the mic.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. 22-yard line. It's a big-time run by Jordan Howard. 75 yards.
Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
At the 17-yard line.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Hey, let's get this.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal.
Check tight. Check tight.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Got him in. Open, it's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz. His third touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Elliott good with a PAT, and a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try to go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10. Jones now going to throw again. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. The Giants on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third and 10.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. They can't hang with us.
Now Jones operating from the gun. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
That's trash.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And an alley to run. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. So we've reached an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. It's a second down run with Sanders. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
5-9, 5-9.
We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Let's set a tone, fellas.
On first down, Jones nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Jackson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Hey, let's go. It's time to come crouch. Hey, let's get in them holes. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Rip right.
Here's Jones looking to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to go down again. Derek Barnett in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film section tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. They go with Howard again. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 12.
Here we go. 180, Porky, 82, Porky.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. You got got three. Three down.
Mike 52, Mike 52. All right. Here we go. Let's go, V. Let's go.
Now Wentz on third down. And he connects with Ertz. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big 30-yard play on third.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Watch 52. 52's the mic.
Throwing is Wentz. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dalvin Tomlinson able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now Wentz. Throw out right, hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
10 more there and another 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And give them 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
Let's see what you got. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Great 57. 52, right 52.
Into the red zone. Wentz. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll make this a 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Empty.
Out of the gun. This is Howard. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll try to run it now with Sproles. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Darren Sproles, his 4th touchdown on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Eagles 42, Giants 3.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Hey, Charlie.
Back to the air on second down. Jones. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey, Echo. Mike 51.
Jones from the gun. He'll throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's the 2nd and 7. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Jones now on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Squeeze.
Now Jones throwing on 4th down. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
On 1st and 10, Jones off to Thomas on the left side. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Here's Jones operating from the gun. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Well, so it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Wentz. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
So it looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone,
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The Giants on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll run with Barkley. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. The tackler almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
4 down, check, 4 down.
They'll run on first down. It's Howard, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings.
Exactly.
There.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Looking to throw. Jones. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. It was the veteran safety Malcolm Jenkins who got a hand in there to disrupt it. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Go. Squeeze, double. Go, Mike 51,
Jones throwing again. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. All day, every day, any day. Hey, Mike 51. Hey, watch the screen.
Hey, Foxtrot.
51's Mike. Mike 51.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And the return will stop right around the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Eagles, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Giants, you start to wonder if it's going to happen this year. The skid has hit 13 in a row on the season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.